Hi friends, in this video we are going to discuss regarding one of the very important traffic surveys, which is nothing but floating car method. There are so many other names also for this method, synonyms. The second and third one I've already listed out there. The second and third names you might have already heard right before, in case if you are having this topic in your university exam syllabus and all. But the first one, riding check method, that might be new for some of you at least. So please note down these synonyms. Sometimes while framing the question, instead of giving the term floating car method, they will be using the synonyms such as riding check method and all. So you shouldn't be losing your mark just because of the name, okay? So that's the first thing that you need to keep in mind. The second thing, why we are conducting this survey or what actually mean by floating car method. So listen here, what is the name? Floating car method, right? Which means a car will be involved there, right or not? But we are conducting this survey. So what is the relationship between we and a car? It's simple. We are the observers, okay? Just imagine like that. Me, you, our friends, we all have framed a team. So we are the observers, okay? Now we will be taking a car and we are going to conduct this survey by sitting in the car. Understood? Not by standing on the roadside. There are a lot of surveys which we are doing by standing on the roadside, right? Just by observing the vehicles, we'll be noting down. There are some other surveys like that. Here, what we are doing, we are all observers. We'll be sitting in the car and then we are going to conduct the survey. That is why sometimes it is called as moving car method or moving observer method. Both are same old. Observers are sitting in the car and then observing. Simple as that. Okay. And we, by sitting in the car, we will be traveling along with other vehicles on the road. That is why it is also called as floating car method. And while riding the car, one of our friend will be riding the car and we will be noting down the things. And we are just going with other vehicles now. And we are checking the data. Okay, what all data that we are going to discuss. That is the reason why we are also calling it as riding check method. Simple. So remember these names first of all. Clear or not? That's it. Now let's discuss what is the or what actually we are doing in this particular survey. See, we'll be sitting in a car. Let's say here you can see one car, right? I'm just coloring with green color. Okay, so let's imagine that is our car. We are going to sit in that car and we'll be traveling with other vehicles on the road and we'll be noting down some data. So what all data we are going to collect? That is the first thing that you need to keep in mind. The second thing, why we are collecting the data. After collecting the data, some terminologies or what I can say, something we are going to calculate. What all things? The first thing is, what is the traffic flow? You already know what is the meaning of traffic flow, right? We have already discussed in some other videos already, right? Generally, we used to represent using the symbol small q. We know this already. We have already discussed in the other videos. So this is the first thing we are going to check. What is the flow on the traffic lane? The second thing is how much will be the average journey speed. Journey speed can be also called as travel speed, right? Or overall speed. This also we know. These are the fundamental things. We know that. If you know what is the journey speed and if you know what is the delay, you can also calculate what is the running speed. Okay, what is the running speed? See, not only speed, the running time also you can calculate. Journey time as well as running time. Okay, all these things you can calculate. So how we are actually calculating running speed? I hope you already know this. In case if you don't know what is the difference between journey speed, running speed and all, please let me know in the comment box. I'll be making separate video. I think I have already covered those things in the other videos which I have already posted, but I rarely post videos, so I don't exactly remember. In case if you want to know more regarding this journey speed, running speed and all, please let me know in the comment box. Okay, in the coming days I will try to upload videos in a regular basis. Okay, so from the journey speed, if you are simply minusing the delay, you will be getting running speed. Okay, I'm sorry, from the journey time, I'm sorry, From the journey time, if you are minusing the delay time in the sense, suppose you have stopped somewhere, okay, for maybe for drinking tea, okay, so that's a delay, na? Or there is a red signal. Because of the red signal, you need to stop there, right? So that is a delay. So that time duration, if you are minusing from the total time is nothing but journey time. So from the total time of travel, if you are minusing such a delay, you are going to get running time. That is the difference. So distance divided by journey time is nothing but journey speed. The distance divided by running time is nothing but running speed. Distance by time is nothing but speed. No? We know those basic things, right or not? That's it. I'm not going into details regarding this time and speed and all. I hope you already know this. In case if you don't know, please watch other videos. Okay, so let it be there. Now these things we are going to calculate. Okay, these are our aims. To get these aims or to get these terminologies, we need to collect some data. What all data we are going to collect? Listen carefully. Suppose we are traveling in that particular car. Can you see some other vehicles which are traveling slower at a lower speed? Obviously, no. See one auto rickshaw here, another auto rickshaw, another auto rickshaw. These people might be having comparatively lesser speed, no? May not be always. Some auto wala will be going at higher speed also. We know that. I'm just talking about normal drivers, okay? So generally, the speed of auto rickshaws will be lesser than speed of car, right? So what we will do? Definitely, we are going to overtake them. है ना? So whatever number of vehicles are there which are traveling at a lesser speed, we will be overtaking them, obviously. Na? Similarly, there will be some other vehicles. See here, there is another car, another car. So these people might be having, or these might be, yeah, these people might be having somewhat higher speed than us. No? They will be riding at a faster speed. So what they will be doing? They will overtake us, obviously. Na? So these two numbers we need to note down. The number of faster vehicles which are going to overtake us and the number of slow moving vehicles which we are going to overtake. Understood now? Those faster vehicles and slower vehicles. So this is what is going to happen, or this is what we are expecting from one observer. Okay, one person will be noting down these two values. Now the second thing, the second data we require, the travel time. How much time we are going to take from one location to the other location. How can we check it? Simply, I'm just taking a top view, okay? Just leave this image. Let me take another image. This is a top view of a road, simply. The first thing is, we need to select one stretch. So this is point A or stretch A, something like that we can say. And this is point B or stretch B, letter B. Okay, now what we are going to do, so this is our point A and this is our point B, maybe around 1 kilometer or half kilometers distance or 300 meters, whatever distance between 2 points. So we have already noticed two landmark or 2 points on the road, somewhat half kilometer generally. Now we are going to travel on this road. The moment we cross the first location, so we are going to travel in this direction, okay, top view. The moment we cross the first location, we'll be starting our stopwatch. Simple. Okay, and we are going to travel on this road. While traveling, what will happen? As I already told you before, we are going to overtake slow moving vehicle and fast moving vehicles will overtake us, right? So these two numbers also we are going to check. Okay, let me just give names like N1 and N2. What are N1 and N2? The number of fast moving vehicles which are overtaking us, let it be, that is N1. The number of slow moving vehicles which we are overtaking, let it be, that is N2. I'll be giving you all the notes, don't worry, let it be there. Understood? Now what we are going to do? We are going to travel like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. The moment we cross this location, point B, we'll be stopping our stopwatch. Okay, so one more data you got. What is that? That is time T. Understood? Now, here is the twist. What we are going to do now? Somewhere after crossing the location B, Now we will be turning our vehicle. If there is divider, then accordingly we'll be turning. Okay, somewhere will be gap. We'll be having the gap now to come back to the next lane. So let me call this as lane 2. And this is lane 1. So first of all, we were traveling in lane 1. Now we are coming to the lane 2. Now, in which direction we are going to travel? In the opposite direction, right? Then again, the moment we are crossing this particular location, now we are coming back. Now, again, we'll be starting our stopwatch. Now we are coming back like this, like this, like this, like this. Now we are not going to check those overtaken and all. Just leave it. That is happening. N1 and N2, we are checking only in the lane 1. Okay. Now coming like this in this direction, backward direction. Yes, now we have crossed that first location A. Now what we got? Another time, that is T. Array, already I have kept T there now. So shall we just keep T1, T2? Okay, just to distinguish between these two. Generally in the textbooks and all, you will be seeing another notation which is TW and TA. You can study T1, T2 also. Any symbol we can keep, doesn't matter. But in standard textbooks and materials and all, generally you will be seeing the symbol or notation TW and TA. So better study in this way, so that while reading the textbooks or other materials, PDFs, you will not be getting any confusion. Clear? But one more number we require. What is that? Whenever you travel in lane 2 in the backward direction, what you are going to do? We'll be simply looking at this first location. We'll be looking at that lane. I mean, location in the sense, first lane. I'm sorry. First lane. While you are traveling on lane 2 in the opposite direction, we'll be simply looking at lane 1. How many number of vehicles are now traveling in lane 1? We have already traveled from A to B, enough. We have already done N1, N2, everything we calculated. Now, while we are coming back in the opposite direction, now we'll be looking at lane 1 and we'll check how many number of vehicles are now traveling. Simply no overtaking, nothing. Simply going back now. We are simply checking how many number of vehicles are now traveling in lane 1. We can give another notation or another symbol N. Already we are given N1, N2. So we can simply give N3 now. Yes, of course you can give. But again, in the standard textbooks, PDFs, materials, everywhere you will be seeing NA. So better study in this way. While coming back against lane 1, like that also we can remember A, symbol A, TA and NA. So these are the 5 different data that we are collecting in the floating car method. Hope you understood it. Okay. So if I'm just showing you all these terms, 1 second. If I'm just showing you all these terms for the, yes, here it is. Let's see. N1, what it is? Number of vehicles overtaking the test vehicle. We can also say number of vehicles overtaking the observer, which means what? Which means what? Faster vehicles, like that we can say, no, sir? Yes, of course, you can say. Understood? Then the number of vehicles overtaken by the test vehicle, which means we have overtaken. To whom? To the slow moving vehicles, like that you can say. Slower or slow moving vehicle, like that you say. Okay. So N1 and N2. Noticed? Yes. Now NA is what? Number of vehicles counted in the opposite directions. Means what? In lane 1, you are counting when you are traveling in lane 2. That is what I mean by opposite direction. Clear, no? Then TW and TA. Forward direction, then backward direction or opposite direction. Clear, no? Very simple. Now what we are going to do? Initially, I told you what is the purpose? To check the flow, to check the travel time and all. But you see here, TW, time taken by the test vehicle in the forward direction, no? If you are going very fast, TW will be very less, so TW or TA, whatever. If you are going at very faster speed, TW will be less. But if you are going very slowly, if you are a fresh driver, you cannot take your vehicle at very high speed. You are going at very slow speed, 20 kilometers per hour and all. Then TW will be too much, right? Similarly, if you're traveling at very high speed, what will be the value of n1? Will it be too much or too less? Just think about it. You are traveling at very high speed, 80 kilometers per hour and all. Then, yes, n1 will be very less now. Right or not? N1 will be very less because most of the vehicles will be having speed less than you. Okay, but N2 will be too much. Right or not? Similarly, if you are going very slowly, what will happen? N2 will be very less because you cannot overtake other vehicle. But N1 will be too much, right? So, very important, the speed at which you are traveling will highly influence all these terms. Right or not? If you're traveling very slowly on lane 2, then too many vehicles you will count na, on lane 1 also. Right or not? So the speed at which you are traveling or you are conducting this survey is very, very important. So to what speed you need to conduct, we don't know at what speed we are going to conduct. Generally, what we used to do, no, we'll be checking just by observing this road condition. We'll see on an average at what speed other vehicles are traveling. Some vehicles will be traveling at 20 kmph. Some vehicles may be 25. Some vehicles may be 40. Some vehicles may be 45. Some other vehicles may be 90 kmph, like that. So on an average, what might be the speed of the average speed of the vehicles? That will be just roughly we'll be checking. Maybe around 40 kmph or 30 kmph, like that. So at that speed only we are going to travel on an average speed. That's it. We don't know what is the exact speed. Simply by assuming one speed, we'll be traveling and we'll try to maintain that speed. That's it. Okay. If you're traveling at 40, try to travel at 40 kmph throughout from A to B. If you're traveling at 30 kilometers per hour, then try to maintain that speed throughout your journey. That's it. Okay. That might not be the actual average speed of the road. That's simply an assumption. Later we can correct it. Okay, I will tell you how. Later we'll correct it. Understood? Now you understood the terms, right? N1, N2, and etc. NA, TW, TA. Now, the equation is what is important for us. You need to by heart it, okay? After checking all this data, 5 different data, the equation for flow, this is our first aim, right? Generally we used to give the symbol or notation small q, that is equal to ny plus na divided by tw plus ta. Array sir, what is this ny? We know what is na, we know what is tw, we know what is ta, but what is this ny? We don't know, no? But we have written n1, n2 there. Is there any relationship between n1, n2 and ny? Yes. What it is? Simple. Ny is nothing but n1 minus n2. Why I have given the notation ny? Because in the standard textbooks and materials, you will be seeing ny. That's why. No other reason. Okay. Generally, you will be seeing this notation. So you shouldn't be getting confusion. No, that's why. Clear? In case if you are writing ny is equal to n2 minus n1, is there any problem? In case if you are writing ny is equal to n2 minus n1, simply the difference, is there any problem? There is a small problem. Your final answer will be wrong. That's not a small problem, no? That's a big thing for us. So always keep in mind ny is what? It's not simply the difference between n1 and n2. What minus what? That is very, very important. n1 minus n2. That order is very, very important. You can just remember like that. Faster minus slower. Faster, big value, big speed. Like that you can remember. From higher, we are minusing lower. Like that you can remember. Okay. Doesn't mean that always n1 will be higher. That is not, there is nothing like that. No? Sometimes n2 may be more. Sometimes n1 can be more. Sometimes n1 and n2 both can be equal also. So if both are equal, what will happen? Ny will become 0. So ny can be positive. Remember this. Remember this. Ny can be either positive. When it will be positive? If n1 is greater than n2. Right? It can be negative when if n1 is less than n2. It can be 0 also. When it will be 0, if n1 is equal to n2. Remember this. Other things, Na, Tw, Ta will be always positive only. Remember these things, okay? We will be doing multiple questions. Like for this condition also, I'll be giving one question. For this condition also, we'll be doing one question. Okay, guys. So keep these things in mind. Clear? So shall we do a question so that you'll be getting better idea? Okay. Things are going to be crystal clear now. Look at this question and take down the data. I'm just giving you some time. Please read the question carefully. Moving observer survey. See, the name doesn't matter. Sometimes they'll mention method or survey, whatever. That's why I told you synonyms and all you should be keeping in mind. Riding check method, array, what is this riding check method? Like that, you shouldn't be getting confused. Okay, that's it. The test vehicle has overtaken 15 vehicles, which means 15 slower moving vehicles were there. That is the meaning. The test vehicle has been overtaken by 20 vehicles. I hope you have written N1 and N2 correctly. Right? That is the only point of confusion, right? How much is N1, guys? Number of fast moving vehicles. How much it will be? 20, right? Hope you have not made any mistake. N2. How much? 50. Okay. Now NA, TW, TA, those things we can directly substitute. The traffic flow we need to calculate. The average travel time also we need to calculate. Huh? That equation I didn't tell you. I forgot. As of now, let it be there. Let's solve question number 1. Then I will discuss equation of question number 2. Okay. Now flow Q is equal to, what is the equation? Ny plus Na divided by, I hope you have already done it, Tw plus Ta. That is equal to, how much is Ny? Ny is how much? 20 minus 50. Positive or negative? Positive. Plus 5. Enough. So directly I'm putting here 5 plus 150. 155 number of vehicles, right? This Ny and Na are what? These are the number of vehicles, right? So in numerator, we are getting vehicles, right? 155 vehicles divided by, how much is TW? 40 seconds. Okay. Plus, how much is TA? Both are 40. That's what they're telling us. Sometimes it will be same, sometimes it may be different. So this is also 40. Okay. Now, what is the unit? These are seconds, given in seconds, no? So once you are doing this, 155 divided by 80, you are going to get a very beautiful answer, 1.9375. But what is the unit? Numerator vehicle, denominator seconds. Vehicles per second. Generally, flow we denote in vehicles per hour. So mostly they will be asking in vehicles per hour only. That H stands for hour. Okay, standard. So how to convert vehicles per second to vehicles per hour? If you are multiplying just with the 60, you will be getting vehicles per minute. Again, if you are multiplying with the 60, you will be getting vehicles per hour. Right or not? So how much it will be? 1.9375 into 3600. That is equal to 6975 vehicles per hour, right? So that is the value which we need to substitute here, 6975. Understood? So properly look at the unit in which they are asking. Okay. See, either you can do like this, or what you can do, simply here itself you can convert. This 40 is there, no? Instead of putting 40, 40, you can just keep it 40 by 60, 40 by 60, like that. So 80 by 60 will be the understanding. So like that also you can do. I mean, not 60, divided by 3600 will come, na? By 60 means now it is in minute only. Again, one more 60 will come. Here also 60, 60, like that it will be coming. Anyway, completely up to you. Either you can convert that time into hours first of all, then you can calculate, or like this also, up to you. Clear or not? Now, to do this second question, we need to check one more equation. Let me discuss that equation here itself. Okay. Then we can go back to that question. Just a second. Okay. Now, average journey time. This average journey time can be also called as average travel time or average overall time. Like that also we can say. Remember that word, journey time and travel time. Okay. See, can you write like this? That is equal to TW. We are talking about the first lane right now. Okay. Leave the second lane. We are talking about the first lane. Average journey time equal to TW. Can you say like that? No, right? Why? Because if you are traveling at average speed, actual average speed, then we can say the time you have taken is average time. But I told you we are simply, what I can say, some arbitrary speed we are selecting, right? We are just assuming one speed. Maybe the average speed of the road may be 40, and then we are going at 40 kilometers per hour, right? That is not accurate. I told you before. Simply one speed we are assuming, then we are trying to maintain that speed and traveling from point A to point B. The time we have taken is not the average journey time of that road. That is simply the time you have taken. That's it. That may not be the time of the second vehicle. That may not be the time of some other auto wala. That may not be the time of the truck driver. That may not be the time of another car driver. TW is simply your time, not the average time of the lane, right? So how we are going to calculate it? From TW, it's an IRC, what I can say, given equation, okay? We need to by heart it. IRC has conducted surveys and experiments and studies and given us a ready-made equation. So the equation is like this: TW minus NY divided by Q. So this is a ratio that first you need to calculate, then minus that value from TW. Understood or not? Understood or not? What is Ny? N1 minus N2. What is Q? We already calculated from the first equation. What is TW? Using the stopwatch we have already noticed now. That's it. Understood or not? Now listen carefully. I told you Ny can be either positive or negative or 0. If Ny is 0, what is the meaning? The average journey time will be equal to TW. Understood? So if the number of vehicles which are overtaking you, N1, is equal to the number of vehicles which you are overtaking, N2, if both are becoming equal, what is the meaning of that? You are actually going at average speed of the road. That is the meaning now. How many number of vehicles are overtaking you? Faster number of vehicles, slower number of vehicles, both are equal. Means what? You are exactly moving at average speed. In that case, this second part will become 0. Your answer is going to be equal to TW minus 0 TW. Your time is exactly equal to average time because you're traveling at average speed, exact actual average speed. Understanding? Suppose you are traveling, or maybe suppose your Ny is a positive value, then TW minus a positive value will be getting. Suppose Ny is negative, then what will happen? For example, Ny is minus 10. For example, I'm telling. Then what will happen? T average will be TW minus 10 divided by Q. Like this, it will be happening now. So this minus and minus will become plus. Understanding? We'll be doing a question, don't worry. Okay, so don't think that always the calculated value will be less than TW. Nothing like that. That also depends upon the sign of this Ny. Either this value can be equal to TW when Ny is 0, or this value can be greater than TW when Ny is negative, or this value, average journey speed, can be less than TW when Ny is positive. Understood, guys? Now come back to the question. Come back to the question. Do it. I hope you might have already done it. So, second question. The average journey time is equal to, how much is our TW? It is 40 seconds minus How much is NY? It is positive 5, right? This many vehicles divided by, in which unit I am going to substitute Q? TW you have substituted in seconds, right? If you are substituting TW in seconds, then Q value, flow value, you need to substitute in vehicles per seconds only. Then only this vehicles will get cancelled. Seconds will be going in the numerator. 40 seconds minus some other value of seconds. Okay, so do this. You're going to get the value in seconds. How much? 37.419 seconds. Or what you can do, suppose if you want to substitute the things in, maybe 6975 you need to substitute. Okay, how can you do it? This 40 is in seconds now. How can I convert that into hours? If I am dividing with the 60, now it has become in minute, right? Again, if I am dividing with the 60, it just became number of, the hour, right? So from this many hour, you can minus 5 vehicles divided by 6975 vehicles per hour. Like this also you can calculate. Now you will be getting an answer in hours. If you are getting some hour, again if you are multiplying with 3600, then you will be getting in seconds. In any way you can do it. If you have the concept with you, in any way you can do it, you are going to get the same answer. Understood, guys? That's it. Now I'm giving you one more question. I hope it's clear, right? I hope it's clear. So properly you need to check in which unit they are asking. Why I have taken in seconds? Because here it is asking in seconds. So 37.419. That's it. Clear or not? So shall we do one more question? Yes? Do it then. To give you better clarity and more confidence, do it fast. Do it fast. I'm just doing it here. By the way, what is NY? How much will be NY? Properly note down. Properly note down how much is N1 and N2. Very, very important. I've just changed the value. That's it. All other things are same. Just change the values. The vehicle has overtaken 50 vehicles. Means what? We have overtaken. We, the team, the surveys team, the test vehicle has overtaken 50 vehicles. Means 50 vehicles are slower vehicle. Slow moving vehicle. That's it. Okay. The test vehicle has been overtaken by 40 vehicles. They are faster vehicles. That's why they have overtaken us. Which means what? NY is equal to 40 minus 50 minus 10. There is the twist. Hope you got it, right? Now the remaining things are very simple. Do it then fast. Q is equal to minus 10 plus how much is NA 200 divided by. So these many vehicles, okay, 190 vehicles on the numerator, minus 10 plus 200, 190. 60 and 50, see here two different values they have given. Okay, let them give whatever they want to give. We are going to solve it. So this is in seconds. So 190 vehicles divided by 110 seconds. Calculate it. How many vehicles per second? 190 divided by 110 will be how much, sir? 1.7272 vehicles per second. Right or not, guys? But we need it in vehicles per hour. What we can do in one, see, first of all, what is the meaning of 1.72 vehicles? One vehicle we are taking, and the second vehicle we are taking and cut it into multiple pieces, and the 0.7 we are. Is that the meaning? No, it's simply a rate, okay? Don't try to round it off, such as 2 vehicles per second. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Okay, it's a rate actually, which means in 2 seconds, 3.4 vehicle will come. In 10 seconds, 17.2 vehicles will come. In 100 seconds, 172 vehicles will come, like that. If you're rounding off, it will become 200 and all. Understood? It's simply a rate, okay? Don't try to round it off. Now, convert into vehicles per hour. Convert. If they are asking in vehicles per minute, just multiply with 60, but it is an hour. Again multiply with 60. The value now will become, I think it is 6218.18. Okay, guys, I hope my calculations are correct. I've just calculated once only. I didn't cross check it. So in case if there is any mistake, please let me know in the comments. Okay. Okay. In case if you are getting some other value, sometimes I might have made mistake. I didn't cross check it actually. Now here we can round it off. Here we can round it off around 6218. That's it. Okay. Here we can round it off. No issue. That's the final answer. No, that's fine. That makes sense. Finally, rounding it off to an integer makes sense because it is the number of vehicles. That's it. Now, the average travel time. Calculate it fast. I know you're bright students. You can easily calculate it without my help. TW minus NY by Q. See, don't try to change the equation, okay? Don't think that, okay, NY is negative. Now just put TW plus NY by Q. Don't do that. Write the equation like that. TW minus NY by Q. This is our equation. How much is TW? The first lane. That's what we mean. The first lane, it is 60 seconds. 60 minus, how much is NY? Minus 10 divided by, now these are in seconds, no? So let me just put like this only, 7272. Now, minus 10, see, minus 10 is number of vehicles. 1.7272 is vehicles per seconds. Vehicles will get cancelled. Seconds will be the unit of the second part. So 60 seconds minus a minus value will be getting. So that's going to be obviously greater than 60, right? So 65.789 seconds. This is our final answer. Hope you got the point. Right, guys? Now this T average is what actually? This is the average journey speed. In case they are giving in the question, the delay is 3 seconds or something like that. There is 10 seconds of delay or 3 seconds of delay, 5 seconds of delay. Then what we can also calculate? The average running time. The average running time is equal to average journey time minus delay. The delay they will be giving in the question. So if they are giving delay also in the question, they can ask you one more data or one more terminology. What is that? Average running time. Okay, that also you can note down as a extra point. Clear, guys? Okay. You want me to discuss something more? Some more idea or more clarity you want to know? If yes, please be with me for the next 5 more minutes or whatever, how much time we are taking. Otherwise, the topic is clear. It's over, okay? Moving observer method or floating car method is over. Now, I'm just going to give you much more clarity by taking the example of this particular question, okay? How much time you have taken? 60 seconds, right? So let me take a new page. Okay. Now let's imagine there is a stretch, okay? Let's say it's 500 meters, or I can say half kilometers, okay? We are the observers, right? We are traveling at speed v is equal to 30 kilometers per hour. This is the speed at which we are traveling. 500 meters is the distance of the stretch from A to B. Now tell me how much will be TW then? First, calculate first. Time is nothing but distance by speed, right? Speed is nothing but distance by time. So time is nothing but distance by speed. Calculate first, fatafat. Distance is 0.5 kilometers. 500 meters means 0.5 kilometers, no? Speed is 30 kmph or kilometers per hour. You are going to get the value in hours. Come on, tell me how much hours? Simply I can say 1 by 60 hour. No need to calculate what that decimal value, doesn't matter. 1 by 60 hour now. How many seconds then? How many seconds then? Into 60 minutes. 1 by 60 hour means 1 minute, right? Into 60 seconds. How much, sir? 60 seconds. Right or not? Right or not? What I mean, instead of giving you the TW value directly as 60 seconds. Also what they can do, instead of giving this 60, they can give the stretch distance such as 500 meters, 600 meter, 1 kilometer. They can also give you the speed at which we have traveled from A to B. So from that data, what we can do? We can calculate the TW. Similarly, TA also they can give. While coming back, the test vehicle have run at 25 kmph. Like that, they can give some data, no? So this is another way of giving the question. But I'm not done yet. Again, I'm going to give you one extra concept. Okay, let's see. So this is the same data, no? Previous question, 60 seconds. Now you see, if you are traveling at 30 kilometers per hour, you will be taking 60 seconds from A to B. Understood? Understood? What was the actual average time? What was the actual average time? 65.789 seconds. 65.789 seconds. In that case, can you calculate the actual average speed of the road? Can you calculate actual average speed of that particular lane? Is it 30? No. 30 is what? 30 is the speed at which we were traveling just by assuming a random value, right? Then what will be the actual average speed? We already got what is the actual average time. How much? 65.789. So if you know the actual average time and if you know what is the distance, can you calculate the actual average speed? Yes. How much? The distance between points A and B divided by the actual average speed of the lane. How much it will be? How much it will be? 500 meters divided by how much it was? 65 point something. Na? Calculate, I mean, substitute it. 65.789. Sorry, 65.789. Calculate it. To whom you are waiting for. So this much meter per second you are going to get. How much meter per second? Calculate it, no? How much it is? I don't know. Calculate it. I'm interested in kilometers per hour value. I can also substitute like this 0.5. Actually, I didn't calculate in meter per second. That's why I can calculate now. Doesn't matter. So 500 divided by 65.789. Itna 7.6 meter per second. But generally speed will be calculated in kmph. Okay. So 0.5 kilometers divided by 65.789 divided by 3600. So this 3600 will go to top, right? So how much it will be? 0.5 into 3600 divided by 65.789. You are going to get 27.36 kmph. Understood? Understood? See, also there is a direct method to convert meter per second into kmph. What is that? You can just multiply with 3.6. That's it. 3600 divided by 1000. That's it. You can just multiply with 3.6. You are going to get the same answer. 27.36. Okay, there is a point in between. Hope it is visible. 27.36. What is the meaning of this, by the way? What is the meaning of this? If you are traveling at 27.36, that is the actual average speed. We were not knowing that before, no? We calculated it. If you are traveling at 27.36 kilometer per hour, which is the actual average speed of the road, you will be reaching at point B exactly by taking 65.789 seconds, which is the actual average journey speed. But we have traveled at what speed? but we have traveled at what speed? 30 kmph, which is slightly higher than the actual value. Actual average speed is 27 point something, but we traveled at 30 at higher speed. That is the reason why you have reached earlier. Earlier means what? Actual average time is 65.78, but you have reached within 60 seconds. Why? Because you traveled at slightly higher speed. Understanding? So whatever be the speed at which you are traveling, 30 or 40 or 35, whatever be the value, we are just assuming one value now, no problem. Finally we can calculate it like this. Understood? So I've covered A to Z of this method. Let them ask any question, any level of tough question. I'm 100% sure you're going to crack it. Right or not? If your answer is yes, please let me know that in the chat box also, in the comment box also. And show your love in terms of likes and shares. Please share the video with your friends also. I rarely post videos in my channel actually, because I've just started as a passion, but I'm not getting time. I need to do it whenever I'm getting free time. No, that's why. But in future, I will try to post more videos also. In case if you have some suggestion of topics, you can just mention that in the comment box. I will try to cover it. Okay. So thank you so much. We are winding up this video. Little bit lengthy video, around 45 minutes we have taken, but I hope it's worth. Let me know that in the comment box. Okay. So by then, thank you so much. All the best.